Give it a minute to see if we are live. Cambo, what's happening? Good evening. Oh, cool. Don't know if you noticed, I have updated a lot of my overlays, so they should look considerably higher quality. How's everybody? Good evening. What's been happening today? I wasn't sure. It took me a little bit longer to get going tonight because I wasn't sure if everything was going to work. I've got two models I need to... Well, I don't even need to put any paint on them, but I'm going to put some paint on them. So I've got two models that I'm taking to the tournament next week. This Blood Angel's Captain with his trusty Infernal Pistol and Power Fist. And then a Scout with the Missile Launcher. So the Land Raider's coming. You know, it's coming as much as we did on it last Saturday night we were painting the Land Raider. Another Brutalis today, dude. 4 Brutalises. Come on, get out of town. What are you doing with 4 Brutalises? What do you even need more than one of them for? Every time I try to run 2 of those Death Company Dreadnoughts, I found them really underwhelming. I'll be down watching rugby today. Cool. You get a nice day for it. I spent hours today cleaning out my garage. Apparently my garage is just a dumping ground for everything all the time. So I don't know if it's properly been cleaned out, probably since I moved in. So I took everything out of every box or every shelf in the garage, and I must have been in there for like 4 hours cleaning. So that was a fun day. But hey, it's done. Like I said, I don't know if I've cleaned that garage since I moved in. So 4 hours of cleaning, it's done. Good evening, Highland Phoenix. Chase says committing heresy, painting a defiler. Good evening, Chase. Yeah, the new defilers are pretty good, man. I played against that one with Death Guard this week. Like, holy crap! It's got a lot of guns. Let's just say, it's got a lot of wounds. I think it's reasonably well pointed, and yeah, its melee's not half bad either, is it? I have no idea why I was keeping so... Well, I've been selling a lot of old games on eBay, and a lot of old clothes, like, you know, because my kids have grown out a lot of clothes. So I buy football strips on eBay, and then I sell them like 2 years later on eBay. Because I'm not paying full price for football strips, they're ridiculously expensive. I buy football boots on eBay. So I've been keeping a lot of boxes to sell stuff on eBay, but I think I've been every time I've got a delivery, I think I've kept the box. So I think it had built up to like, I think I honestly threw away 50 cardboard boxes today. And I was saying, I was like, I do not know why we've kept so many. I mean, I guess I kept them because I planned to sell all the stuff. But yeah, it was a hell of a job. My cardboard bin will be full for a few weeks, I feel like. But it's done. In happy days, it's a bit tidier in there. You can see the shelves again. So happy. And then next Saturday is the GT. It's not a GT. It's a Teams event next Saturday. So that'll be good. I guess it'll probably be my last tournament of 10th edition, so maybe we can go down fighting. We'll see. It's a very nice Captain Tycho. Yeah, I mean, I figured this was going to be a replacement for Captain Tycho, right? I used that half and half face from Crimson Lords. So he's a spiritual successor to Tycho, and couldn't be better timed with us going back to Armageddon, could it? Because Tycho died on Armageddon, after all. Are you Dundee or Dundee United? I'm Dundee United, dude. 100%. I'm actually trying to sell a couple of old Dundee United shirts. I had no idea there was so much money in old football shirts, man. I had like a goalkeeper top from like 1994, and I had no idea that it would be worth anything. And I put it up on eBay for like 50-60 bucks, sort of thinking to myself like, maybe a collector will really want it. And like it sold almost instantly. I was like, oh my goodness, did I put this football strip up too cheap? And since then I've been digging through once one of my old football strips sold, it sort of was a catalyst to be like, what other old football strips do I have? So at the moment I'm selling another Dundee United one, an old international one, and I'm selling an old Arsenal one, just because like I didn't realise that people, I guess, really want classic football strips. And they're willing to pay just as much, if not more, for the new football strips. Which is pretty crazy, but I don't care about my classic strips. I'd rather have the new ones. So yeah, I've been selling old strips. That's the thing I've been doing. I still need to watch your 11th edition video. How dare you, Highland Phoenix? It's fine, no problem. No problem at all. We had a nightmare on Wednesday night actually, in that like the internet where we play the games was out. So we spent ages trying to get everything up and working, because apparently everything needs to connect to the internet. Even the Games Workshop app, I didn't realise that. Like I just wanted to look up one of my rules and the internet was down. It was like connecting. I was like, oh my god, you have to log into this thing and check my internet connection just to let me know like how many attacks a captain has. So the battle report on Wednesday was a tricky one, but overall, I'm happy with how Wednesday night went. The list I'm taking to the teams event is a little unorthodox, I'd say. But I just copied that guy that, like, I don't often net list, but I have in this situation. Because the reason I'm net listing is because I haven't got a good list, right? Like, I played Rage Cursed for a little while. I did okay with it. I went 3-2 in an event, which I guess is fine. I don't think I was very close to getting 4-1. I played an Ultramarines player and he just kited me all over the place. I can't remember what my other loss was. One loss was Ultramarines, the other loss was... oh, I don't remember what the other loss was. I beat Drakari. Yeah, I don't remember what the other loss was. But brain's failing me this Saturday night. So yeah, I played Rage Cursed. I feel like I was doing okay with it, but not great. So I didn't feel confident to like go to an event with Rage. I didn't want to go to another event with Rage Cursed. I don't think I was doing well enough with that detachment. And I kind of got bored of Angelic Inheritors because I just think it's too much of a shooting detachment for me. Like, I really don't like it in terms of, like... I think the best Angelic Inheritors list is just, like, crap loads of shooting. Like, Hellblasters, Inceptors, Vindicator tanks. But the whole list relies on your shooting being really on point. And I don't like Angelic Inheritors. I mean... if you like it, more power to you. I feel like it's not for me. So I just went back to Liberator Assault Group, and when I went back to Liberator Assault Group, started doing that double Blade Guard, and I think double Blade Guard with the Priest is really, really good. But Harry, good evening. The problem with my meta is Catan, man. Double Blade Guard don't do very well against Catan at all. -1 damage, Catan, huge problems for Blade Guard, I guess. Huge problems for Sangre Guard as well. So I was kind of just, not bummed out, but I'm just like, oh, I'm just not winning with any of my lists. So when I saw that list of the guy that went like, what, 7-1 at Adepticon, got to the top 8, and it was just like, I want to say it's like a meme list, right? Like, he's got 10 Assault Intercessors and a Land Raider Redeemer. It's just kind of ridiculous, isn't it? If that's not a meme, I don't know what is. I guess it gives you a crap load of damage 1, which at the moment is very good against Catan. So I just went, fuck it, that's my list. I just use New Recruit instead. It's not as good as the GW app, but doesn't require connectivity. And where does New Recruit get its data from, man? Like, it reads it from, like, data files you download, or how does New Recruit get its data? I must admit, I've not really used New Recruit. I'm half thinking about building a Warhammer app, though. Like, I just launched an app on the Windows Store this week, actually. Like, my first standalone development app. I don't know if anyone's paid for it yet, but I launched it nonetheless, so that was an experience. So I think I feel like I've got some time to maybe make another app. Community maintained. I feel like Angelic Inheritors is how I see Blood Angels play. I don't know, man. I think Liberator Assault Group's totally fine. I'm going to grind out some wins next weekend with Liberator Assault Group, you watch. I guarantee you I will get at least one win. I think I'll come up at least one person who's really going to struggle to pop the Land Raider, and then I'll just be on top of them with, like... Assault Intercessors get a lot of attacks. And if you give them lethals and lance, they're pretty darn useful. Well, you give them Oath the Moment as well, right? So I think you can do quite a lot of work with that little unit of Assault Intercessors. Like, I think they do. I think they will perform for you when you need them to perform. So the community is very active on New Recruit. That's cool. Yeah, I'm thinking of gonna. I'm trying to come up with the next app I want to build. I was on holiday from work because my kids were off school, so I had to stay home for a few days, and I intended to spend at least a couple of those days playing video games. I didn't play any video games. I just worked on the Windows Store app I've been developing. I'm like a sadist. Hello, Annabella. What's up? Yes. You promised me you'd go to bed after a half an hour more.
Yep.
You did promise, didn't you? Mm-hmm. So, toot toot. Mm-hmm. If you go to bed, Annabella, there's no more tablet tonight, okay? Now you got an extra half hour 2 times. I put extra time on your device 2 times, okay? You've had it twice. I give you half an hour, you came back in here and asked if you get a bit more, and I said yes and give you a bit more, right? I'm not giving you any more, okay? It's bedtime, okay? Now if you behave good, you'll get more time tomorrow. Can I have a hug? Right? I'll see you in the morning. Yes, please? Mm-hmm. Go to sleep, little lady, please. Sorry. Probably always derail my train of thought when that happens. Oh well, I don't have too much to do. I'm just going to put a little bit of paint on 2 characters, make them look a little bit more battle ready. Nice and easy. I hate painting the night before the event, so this way I'm painting, like, the event's next Saturday. I mean, after tonight, I'm probably not going to lift a paintbrush again until the event, so it's pretty chill. It's the way I like it. Currently playing Dawn of War Definitive Edition. Dude, I haven't bought the Dawn of War Definitive Edition. I already own like the Game of the Year edition, and I think I bought it on Steam as well. So I was I guess questioning if I'm going to buy the game a third time, right? I mean, it is a good game, but I was thinking I'd buy the new Dawn of War, like Dawn of War 4. I think I'm probably going to buy that. Probably going to play it on stream a couple of times. I hope it's got ranked matchmaking for multiplayer, because that's what I like to do in Starcraft. When I used to play Starcraft, was ranked, like ranked matchmaking. I played so much. I got like pretty high up a couple of ladders in Starcraft. Like when it first came out, I was just playing it and playing it and playing it. I'm kind of excited about that new Starcraft tabletop game. I think it looks cool. I'd like to do a video on it as well. Solid bedtime instructions. You'll get there, Highland Phoenix. Firm but fair, right? You gotta watch though, man. The kids want so much screen time these days, right? Like if we gave the kids their tablets and didn't, like, they've got like, you know, like what they called like Amazon Fire. I was gonna say Kindle. No, it's like the Amazon Fire tablets. They cost like $100 and they have like tons of like safe content for the kids to use, like apps and games, like a curated kids store type thing. But like if we didn't limit them, they would stay on those tablets all day. Because like my son honestly came through it like 10, like I think he's only 4, so he only gets an hour a day. So he's blown through his like hour a day by like 10 AM and he's like through asking like, can I have more time? I was like, no dude, you get an hour a day. If you use it all in the first hour, you don't, you know, you're not really supposed to be on screen time more than an hour a day. I'm very keen. Is the siege tank even out, Marius? Is that something that they're releasing? Because I actually haven't seen a picture of the siege tank. That would be cool though. Are you buying the game, Marius? I bought that one limited edition model and I've done nothing with it. I feel like I should open him on stream. Maybe 2 weeks from now when I'm done with this tournament. I'll open him on the live stream or something and build him. The few people that have picked it up said it's pretty cool. I always do this, so no. So I've decided I'm going to sell. Yeah, great way to teach your son. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just it's important to not let them have unlimited time on the screens when they're that young. I think when yeah, I think I've decided if I'm getting that Starcraft game, I'm gonna sell. What's the game I've got? Star Wars Legion. I've got a complete unopened Republic Trooper army. Like I've got the starter box. I've got like 5 extra boxes. I got them in like a May the 4th deal, so it was a really good deal at the time. For May the 4th, and I picked up this army. But the thing is, I already have an Empire army that's like half painted, and I have my Rebel army as well. Thoughts in Eliminators in 11th edition. Well, I mean, they'll be better. I kind of want Eliminators honestly to get. You remember when they're cloaks? Eliminators used to have really good cloak rules, man. It used to be. I'm just gonna push this door shut so that I can speak a bit louder. My kids don't wake my kids up. Eliminators used to have this cool rule where like they used to get, when they were in cover, they used to get +2 to their cover save. Yeah, this is the Starcraft model I bought. Zeratul. He was a promotional model. You can't just buy him now. He's like $25. But yeah, I feel like my plan for him was to open them and do a video about it. I love Starcraft. I'm actually quite good at Starcraft. You know, it's like well, like when I didn't play Warhammer for those few years, you would have probably found me playing Starcraft, right? Because I didn't play Warhammer for like 6 years. During those 6 years, I was probably playing Starcraft 2. So yeah, maybe I'll get them open and maybe I'll get a look at the game. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm picking up the Protoss starter set, because Protoss was my life for hire. Was the so yeah. Siege tanks are my favorite unit. I like the Dragoons, man. I don't think I haven't seen a picture of Dragoons yet. I don't know if they're doing them either, but those were like they're basically the dreadnoughts for the Protoss, right? When you got injured in battle, you got put in like those big four-legged walkers. So it was basically, yeah, it was a dreadnought from 40k, but they called them Dragoons. What do you think about the changes to the combat phase in 11th edition? I thought they looked pretty interesting. Tommy, the changes came out on Wednesday. Yeah, I have a massive backlog of 40k models. That's why I think if I want to buy the StarCraft models, I need to sell another game, because, like, just be realistic with myself and be like, if I'm buying StarCraft, there's no way I'm ever painting my Legions, or there's no way I'm ever painting the armies of Legion stuff that I've got. And I have some other Star Wars games as well, so I'm like, if something's got to go, it's got to be the least painted Star Wars Legion, the least painted Star Wars game. I thought the combat rules looked interesting. The problem is I make my tactics videos every week on a Monday or a Tuesday, right? Because, well, basically I work on my tactics videos Mondays and Tuesday nights, because Wednesday night is my live battle report night, and Thursday night typically is my editing video night for like making thumbnails, doing video descriptions, all that kind of jazz. So, of course, every time I make a video to talk about the new edition, like I did this week on a, like, I think I said in my video, like, this video has been recorded on the 14th, because I was like, I bet you if I make this video on 11th edition, I bet your ass that they'll release some new, like, blog post the day after I make it, and it'll, like, well, in previous history, what normally happens is it, like, invalidates the video that I've made, but it didn't invalidate the video, it just gave us an update to close combat and stuff. So I did read over the whole article. I think I like everything about it, similar to like I like most of the 11th edition changes that I read as well. I think my plan for this week, as in like this Monday and Tuesday, is to do a video on those combat changes, which will come out on Friday, right? That way it should be accurate, and it should give me time to digest the combat changes, and also maybe I can figure out a couple of like intricacies, or I can at least start thinking about like ways we can get the most out of the new combat system, right? But like, I think the Fight First changes were interesting, probably good. I did talk a little bit about Fight First in my video, and then of course they released that video right afterwards and said basically every charging unit has Fight First. So a few people like corrected me, and I was like, oh, there's no point me even answering the comments. I guess my video is out of date already because I filmed it on Tuesday night. I guess that's the problem with being a solo YouTuber, is I can't keep up with, like, if they put articles out at the end of the week, my videos are going to be out of date, I guess, right? But yeah, I think that will be good. And my main issue is nobody to play the StarCraft game against. I'll play you, Marius. Drive to Elgin, we'll play. Even if you haven't bought it, maybe I can maybe you can see if there's someone in Elgin that will lend you models to get a practice game. I was looking to watch something while I paint my Blade Guard veterans. Hello, Paul, how you doing? Paul the Headbanger. The Headbanger. Sounds like you're an orc, Paul. Are you an orc? Are you here to spy on us for your orcish invasion of Armageddon? I think it's cool we're going back to Armageddon. I do hope that the story moves on some, though. Because I was talking to a few people about this, and like, you know, like, 10th edition was supposed to be this giant high fleet Leviathan, like, coming across the universe. What happened to it? Like, I don't know if that felt like it was tied up very elegantly, at least for me. I thought we were all getting our asses kicked. New Blood Angels player, but well, that's why I want to make a video on it for this Friday, Rathian. Like, I think basically what they said is, if you have fight first... I feel like, just imagine fight first as an interrupt these days. So if I charge you with 3 units, all my units have fight first. Because I charged. But as soon as I select my first unit to charge, you will then be allowed to pick one of your fight first units to fight. So it's basically fight first is almost changing to a free combat interrupt, unless I'm really missing something. So yeah, no more of these pesky Eldar deleting our entire unit when we charge them with fight first. No more foul blight spawn on the Death Guard deleting our entire unit when we charge them because of fight first. Like, fight first is taking a pretty heavy nerf from my understanding. Like, it's fine, but it's a lot less powerful than it was. Someone from chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where we're at with it. It will just be a lot less powerful. Henry Cavill's in Scotland at the moment anyway, making the Highlander movie, dude. He's been spotted at a castle, probably not too far from you, Highland Phoenix. My Twitter feed has just been pictures of Henry Cavill. They're actually, I think they're filming at the same castle that they filmed the original Highlander movie at. If you Google Henry Cavill Castle, you'll probably see it. But I'm like 90% sure that they said that they were at that same, like, iconic castle from Highlander. I'm in two minds about Highlander being reboot. Because I thought the first movie was fine. Like, do we need... So, if both units have fight first, then the attackers go first? Yes. But the attackers can't go with all their fight first, right? They would get to pick one, and then the defending player, if they had fight first, would pick one. So it goes back and forth, but the attackers will be going first. The attackers will be picking one at the very start to go first, yes. Yeah, Highlander's a classic. That's my problem with it. And here's the thing. The original Highlander movie... the original Highlander had the Queen soundtrack. Do you remember? Want to Live Forever? Freddie Mercury and Queen? So, like... I have a real soft spot for 80s rock music, man. Elin Dawn and Castle, yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Real Skilling. Look, you guys are knowledgeable. You know your Highlander lore. Yes, great movie. Ironically, in Highlander, the guy that played the Scotsman was played by a Frenchman. And the Scottish actor, Sean Connery, played a Spanish character. And they didn't even change their accents. So the Scottish guy had the French accent, and the Spanish guy had the Scottish accent, right? Like, Sean Connery didn't even try and sound Spanish. He just spoke in his normal voice. Ah, good evening, Miss Moneypenny. But yeah, I have a really soft spot for the original Highlander. I think it's a great movie. I do not know if I feel like it needed rebooted, but I guess Hollywood are at the point where, like, we just reboot everything. Anything that can potentially make money, we will reboot it. It won't be long before they reboot Avatar. Perhaps Muse could have done the soundtrack these days. Hello, Corky, good evening. Is Russell Crowe in the film too? He was spotted at Fort William at Tesco buying apples. Was Russell Crowe not in that Odyssey movie by Christopher Nolan? Because that was filmed here in Scotland as well. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's out already, Odyssey. I'm actually quite a bit of a Christopher Nolan fan, I must admit. Like, I loved Interstellar. I really liked Tenet. Inception was fine, not my favourite movie, but I thought it was fine. Interstellar, Tenet. I thought he did a good job of the Dark Knight movies. I feel like there's another one I'm forgetting. What else did Christopher Nolan do? But yeah, he's apparently done a new one with Matt Damon, and I think that's the one that had Russell Crowe in it. And oh, Russell Crowe's playing the Spanish man. Is he not too old for that now? Maybe that's ageist. Oppenheimer. Oh yeah, I thought Oppenheimer was fine. Mental. I thought there was another one like yeah, maybe it was just Inception and Interstellar. I really liked Interstellar. That might be one of my favourite movies, though. That was a really long movie as well, Interstellar. Like, but yeah, I'm sure his new one, Odyssey, will be good. But that was filmed over here, I think, with Matt Damon. Yeah, Tenet. Yeah, I said Tenet. It's a good movie. I like it. I've watched it a bunch of times. One of those movies that the second you finish it, you kind of have to watch it again because of all the backwards bits. But yeah, so I'm torn with Highlander. I'll probably go see the new one. Do I think that it'll match the original? I think it's going to struggle. Yeah, it'll have better special effects. Maybe it'll have a bigger budget, but it won't have the Queen soundtrack, will it? And it won't have like the classic. I don't know what it is. It's just like, who's even going to play the Krugen? Because Clancy Brown was amazing as a Krugen. We'll see. But yeah, I know Highlander is going back to the cinema as well for a 40-year anniversary screening. They're doing that with a lot of movies these days, it feels like. And then just this week there was that announcement of like, there's a new Lord of the Rings movie, The Hunt for Gollum. I feel like they're probably running out of source material for Lord of the Rings, considering they already covered the books and The Hobbit and everything. But I feel like I would go see that. I feel like that might be worth a watch, right? It sounds like Cope. Probably. Speargrass says, congratulations on your recent victories over Death Guard. Shame the 11th reset is coming as we figure out how to run them in 11th. I don't think... I'm looking forward to 11th, Speargrass. Thanks for the... It's always tough to beat Death Guard, I feel like. I feel like they've been just really anti... Like, they got a lot of anti-infantry stuff. They got a lot of flamers. Just a bit of a pain in the arse, really. But no, I'm very much looking forward to 11th. I think it's going to be a good reset. I'm looking forward to you know, a bit of like the new maps. I'm hoping will be really interesting because I feel like we've been playing the same maps for a long time. I'm also kind of hoping that we'll maybe see better balance with these new primary. I don't even know how to explain it. The primary is based on your detachments. Sounds interesting. I'm really hopeful for 11th. I think it'll be a real step in the right direction of like I guess just like moving away from like the same maps all the time or the same cooker catty builds. I know I joke about that sometimes, but like it's a little bit annoying when it's just like, all right, we're just gonna see the same bullshit overpowered stuff week after week. So I guess we'll find out. I think I was hearing in the grapevine that people think that the pre-order will be very early June. So if you're ready, if you're wanting to get the new box set, you need to be ready to pre-order it like probably the first couple of weeks of June will probably be when the pre-order goes live. I think I'm pre-ordering. I mean, just to have some of the new models, the Vanguard veterans. I'm not sure I care too much about new intercessors, but I mean the jump chaplain will be handy as well, assuming we get a jump chaplain, right? I want the new Lord of the Rings to be good, but I'm not confident. I mean, the fact that they've got Ian McKellen and Andy Serkis gives me a, you know, like at least a little bit of hope, right? At least we know that those sort of people are passionate about the franchise, and we'll see. I just wish all Firstborns were moved to Legends. I just wish they would decide what they're doing with the Firstborn. Yeah, like I don't necessarily need to see every Firstborn model move to Legends, but it would be nice to know, like, is there a long-term plan around, like, are they all going to Legends? Are we going to keep some of them? It just feels like they haven't quite decided, you know, like Land Raiders are iconic, I get that. Rhinos can be iconic. Like, then, if you feel like they're iconic enough that we need to keep them, then just keep them already and just let us know that we're keeping them, you know? Like, I thought that new Intercessor, you know, with the older Mark 7 helmet, I believe it is. Like, I thought he was just going to be, like, a tactical intercessor. Like, I feel like they should have just called him a tactical intercessor and just been like, we've committed to making tactical marines Primaris, so to speak, or Primaris scale, right? Can I ask for advice? I'm building scouts, a missile launcher or a heavy bolter. Honestly, I don't think it matters, because your missile launcher, you're going to get one shot hitting on 4s. So very, very often you fucking don't hit anything, and if you do hit anything, you always fail to wound. So I feel like the missile launcher is what I play. Is it impactful in battle? Very, very, very rarely, if not never. So you could just take a heavy bolt, or at least you get a couple more shots. Maybe you actually get a couple of hits. But the missile launcher for scouts feels like it is very rarely, if ever, useful. Ah, cool. So we got a lot of people coming in here tonight. 37. Nice to see you guys. If you could leave a like on the stream at some point, I would super appreciate that. It does help the channel out ever so much. So thank you for considering liking the stream. Good evening, Matthew. How you doing? Nice to see you. What red are you using? Just a standard Mephiston red on an Evil Sun Scarlet. That's just the reds that I use, man. Nothing too fancy, as they say. I usually undercoat with some Mephiston red, and then pop the Evil Sun Scarlet over the top of it. I don't really do too much edge highlighting on my models that way. I swear Mephiston red looks darker than that. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm pretty sure it's Mephiston. I mean, this guy here is Evil Sun Scarlet, right? But I'm pretty sure it was Mephiston red on the other model. Because I was just actually looking at it thinking, oh, I still need to do a coat of Evil Sun Scarlet over the top of that. But yeah, here is a scout with a missile launcher. I think you must have had like 50 games this edition. He's probably made like 1 kill with his missile launcher. Scouts with missile launchers, definitely not the most reliable unit in your arsenal as a Blood Angels player, I would say. Do I ever do the color scheme with black primer? No. So that's probably why, dude. I use white primer. I only prime models black if they are going to Death Company. Or do you know what? I do prime black if we're going to gold. So I typically like to spray gold over the top of black. So I prime black and then I spray gold on top of it. So this guy probably is actually on black primer, but it's under a coat of obviously gold spray as well, right? How many coffee left? The tiniest bit. Man, I'm on a diet, and it's I've been on a diet since January the 1st, and it's like, it's annoying being on a diet for this long, honestly. I mean, it works, but it's annoying. Yeah, I took the captain with a chainsword this week for the battle report. I didn't like it, so I decided after the game, I was like, I've lost 20 pounds since December. Make me feel bad, dude. I've lost like maybe 9 since January the 1st. I think I'm losing 0.7 of a pound a week. But yeah, it's I don't know what you well, I suppose I want to say partly it's a diet, partly it's like trying to just eat different in general every day and make good choices. I don't really want to go back. See, I'm doing mine in kilograms. I've gone from like 80.5 kilograms. I think I'm either 78 or I'm just below 78 now. But I've got the gym in the morning, so I'm gonna fucking destroy every muscle in my body again in the gym. Sunday's like my big session. It's all muscle mass? Yeah, I wish it was all muscle mass. I'm working on it though. I am working on it. Hey, at least I don't get a sore back when I'm playing 40k anymore, right? Because I do deadlifting and stuff, so my lower back is in good shape now. Used to get such a bad back after like a few days of Warhammer tournaments. But yeah, I'm wanting to get Dawn of War 4. We were talking about Dawn of War earlier in the stream. I definitely feel like I'm getting Dawn of War 4. When they announce the pre-order dates and stuff, I'm gonna figure that out. I know a lot of people are excited about Total War, but I think I'm hoping that I'm gonna prefer Dawn of War. I'm hoping I'm gonna get more into Dawn of War. I hope it's like the old game, you know, where you can like build your own chapter and stuff. In the multiplayer at least, because I think like in the single player you played Blood Ravens. But I think in the multiplayer you used to be able to like change a little bit your chapter and stuff. I stupidly pre-ordered Dawn of War 3. You know, I have for the most part been out of the loop in terms of like pre-ordering video games. I think it just comes from, I don't want to say experience. But no, it just comes from like, you know, when you I've definitely done that as well, where it's like you've pre-ordered something, or you've kickstarted something, and then by the time it finally comes, you're not ready to play it. So I think that's kind of where I got to, where I was like, I just don't pre-order games. Even if it's a game I know I'm going to probably love and want to play, I'll just buy it when I have time to play it, right? So for the most part, I would say 9 out of 10 times I don't pre-order the game anymore. I can't wait to play Final Liberation. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but there's a bunch of classic Warhammer games back on Steam, and I think that's great. Like, I think it sucks when classic games get pulled and then you can just never play them again. It's so stupid. I hate publishers that do that. When is Gold Edition? What do you mean, when is Gold Edition? Oh, right, you know, like when it's cheap? Yeah. Well, I either buy it when it's cheap, because I am quote-unquote cheap, or I buy it when I have time to play it. Some games go down in price ridiculously, though. I don't really understand the logic, because one of my friends at work, we were talking about the new God of War, Ragnarok, and I've been playing God of War for years, man. Look, I've got them right here. God of War PlayStation 3, God of War PlayStation 3, God of War PlayStation 4. Like, I love God of War. I even have some PS2 ones, but I was trying to play this one because it's like a remaster of the PS2 ones. But my PlayStation 3 is fucking dead, man. When's my next tournament? Next Saturday, Harry. I'm playing in a tournament next Saturday. So I was wanting to play God of War, like the original. I was wanting to go back to the start and play God of War 1. So I knew I would like God of War Ragnarok. I really liked whatever the reboot was called. I think the reboot was on PlayStation 5, was just called God of War. So I knew I would like Ragnarok. Like, I 100% knew I was going to get it as well. But for whatever reason, and like I said, I don't understand the logic behind some of the video game pricing, is like Ragnarok came out like £60 or 65 or yeah, I think maybe like 65, right? And honestly, within like 2 months, it dropped to $20. And I don't even understand why. Like, Ragnarok was obviously selling well. I think it was like Game of the Year. But they drop it from like $65 to $20 within like 8 weeks. Honestly, it was as little as 8 weeks. And I was like, well, why the hell am I paying full price when I can just wait 8 weeks? Like, do I need to have it on day one? Or am I happy to save $50 and wait 8 weeks? And I'll save the $50, man. I've got 2 kids. Shit's expensive, you know? So yeah, I'll pre-order, but not all the time now. Can't wait to see how the tournament goes. Well, I mean, I'm playing a bit of a meme list, I'm in a tutor. Like, it's a bit of a meme. Like, it's probably the most shooty Liberator Assault Group list that I've ever played. And I mean, I didn't even build the list, I just copied one from online. I need 11th edition day one. That's different, man. I'll pre-order 40k. Pre-ordering models is different to video games. Right? Because I personally feel like it's different. I feel like you already know what you've got with Warhammer. It's not like one model is going to change the game. I mean, yeah, sure, you can have one model that comes in that's very powerful rules or something. But you already know what you've got, right? Whereas like a video game that you're pre-ordering that you've never played before on the promise of like it's gonna be something. You know, I feel like that's a bit of a different proposition. The list is 2 Vindicator tanks, a Gladiator Lancer, and a Redeemer. So it's definitely a bit of a silly list, I'd say. But I mean, Vindicator tanks, here's the thing, I think Vindicator tanks have like carried me this entire edition. Like I mean, I think that's fair to say. I think Vindicator tanks have carried me a lot this edition. Fortunately, when I did win my GT this edition, I did not have any Vindicator tanks in the list. So I have done okay things. I have won a 32-player grand tournament without a Vindicator tank in my list this edition. But I do think in general the Vindicator tank has been carrying my ass in a lot of games. Just because it's very easy to point a Vindicator tank at an opponent's unit and be like, haha, you're dead. Hopefully Firstborn tanks don't go Legends. Yeah, I really want them to come out and tell us what's happening long term with Space Marine, Firstborn, all Land Raiders, Battle Predators, all that good stuff. Like I would love to know what the plan is long term. Because I think I've said before on stream, I was waiting like this entire edition. I was like, I'd buy another Vindicator tank, but I'm not buying one if it's going to Legends, you know? Because like, why would I pay $50 for a tank that's going to be gone in a year's time, 2 years time? Like I just think it's not something I'm interested in doing, right? Like buying models that only have like a small lifespan. Like I want to buy models that have like a 10-year lifespan, at least, maybe longer. Because that's how slow I paint. It takes me 10 years to get through my backlog. Last week I won a tournament in Istanbul with a similar list. I'll show you do great. I think you emailed me in the tutor, right? I think I did see your email. I'm the worst at replying to emails. Because the thing is, I get the email on my phone, and I don't reply in general to anyone from email on my phone because I can't be arsed typing on a tiny little keypad. But then what happens is I get to my desktop like hours later, and then I've forgotten that I got the email. Does anyone else do that? Or is it just me? I feel like other people do that as well. Now that 10th edition is almost over, what has been your favourite unit and why? Oh, good question. I'm going to say it's been the Predator Destructor. Because I've had my 2 Predator Destructors for about 15 years. And I think they've sat in the box for the last 10 years, barely got any playtime. Didn't really make a lot of sense for Blood Angels. Kind of just like, you know, why am I even keeping these Predator tanks? But they came out of, they essentially came out of cold storage this edition, rocked up to the battlefield and won me a GT. So I'm going to say if I had to pick a unit that was my favourite for 10th edition, I'm going to say it's the Predator Destructor. I do that on WhatsApp. Yeah. I friggin' hate typing on a tiny little keypad. Dude, my bank emailed me, right? Like, I think I maybe told this story before, but my bank emailed me and was like, we're shutting down our website, so the only way you'll be able to do banking now is on our app. And I was like, oh cool, because that's what I want. I want to look at my bank statement, you know, like my 100-line bank statement. I want to look at that on a screen that's 4 inches big, because apparently looking on my monitor was too difficult or something. You know, I almost rage quit my bank, because I was saying to my wife, this is so dumb. Like, who wants to look at their bank statement on their phone screen, like, when you've got a perfectly good computer and monitor at home? And she was like, well, some people don't have computers anymore. And I'm like, but I don't care. I have a computer and I sit in front of it every day. So yeah, I very nearly almost was like, the reason I didn't rage quit my bank was because I figured if I rage quit my bank, probably the next bank I'm going to move to as well is going to be the same shit, where they're like, we're getting rid of our website, you won't be able to even log in on the website anymore, you've just got to use your phone. I'm like, oh, horrible. It's too much work to maintain your website. I'm not interested in your bank anymore, you know? So yeah, I'm old school like that. Matthew needs to hire his own sweatshop to get through the backlog. I think most Warhammer players have a pretty significant backlog though, Matthew. Like, I don't even think my backlog's that big, but I bet you if I sat down and started pulling out boxes, I would be like, oh my goodness, right? Like, it can build up quicker than you realize. You probably get a better line. Yeah, the banks want you to jump every year anyway.
At Mathobox6927 says, thank you for always being here for us. Funds for Diesel Nerdface.
Diesel in Britain almost went up to $2 a litre now, dude. It's crazy. Thank you for the super chat, dude. I got new, I've been working on my new alerts, so we don't hear I am awoken for every single alert now. We hear eat bolt gun apparently for super chat, so thank you for the super chat, Matthew. It's always super appreciated. No, my backlog is bad. I think I did a pile of shame video like couple of years ago now. I think it was like a thing that all YouTubers, like, it's a mandatory thing that everybody has to do their like pile of shame unboxing video. I think I'd be scared to redo one now. Yeah, I mean, the world's a bit of a scary place at the moment, I guess. Did oil prices normalize in America yet, or is it still crazy high over there? I've kind of just been, what do you call it, like sticking my head in the sand and kind of trying to ignore what's going on. But I'll need to get diesel next weekend for the GT, so that'll be potentially expensive, I guess. You have to move the boxes out of your living pool. Sorry, the living room. Man, I think if I tried to store my pile of shame in the living room, I'd get castrated. My wife would not like that one bit. But then my kids would be all over it. Like they would be in the boxes, they would be taking things out, they would be helping themselves, and that would drive me wild. The best thing I ever did was get rid of social media. Yeah, dude, I limit myself now in the app to 1 minute per day on social media. Oh no, sorry, 5 minutes per day on social media. So it's like I can get like a couple of minutes on Facebook, I can get a couple of minutes on X. Because, firstly, I limited my screen time in those apps, because I was like, I feel like I'm spending too much screen time in them. But then once you limit them and you realize that you actually don't miss those apps, you realize how much of a time sink they are and how much of your life you're wasting in them. If you feel like you use social media too much, I would highly advise you try and, like, I have an Apple phone, and in Apple you can just limit how much time you spend in the app. Like, just give yourself like 5 minutes a day for social media. And then like review it after a week and be like, did I actually feel like I missed out on anything? And the answer is going to be no, you didn't miss out on anything. You just got like an hour a day back where you were just wasting it. We call it in our house doom scrolling, which is just like when you're just sat there scrolling basically bullshit. If I see one more of those videos where, like, you know, the people, they like put two plates side by side and they're like, on this plate there's 100 calories of strawberries, on this plate it's 100 calories of Oreos, you know, like to try and help you diet. I'm like, it's like the most annoying fitness influencer trend of 2026, I guess. But yeah, no, I highly advise trying a month or something without social media. You'll just feel like you get so much more time. I'll take photos of the tournament and I'll probably do some sort of recap on it. Yeah. I mean, the reason I would do a recap, I mean, I've done recap videos before on tournaments, but yeah, it would be good to sort of finish out the edition with a tournament recap, and also, you know, taking a Land Raider or taking a Redeemer to a tournament. I've not done that before, so regardless, that should be a little bit fun / a little bit silly. I always like when it's a little bit less serious as well. I mean, I like to win, I like to play serious, but I do like it when it's a little bit less serious at times. Due to your tournament, does that mean there'll be no videos? Just Saturday. I'm only away on Saturday, Harry. I'll be, like, this time next Saturday I'll be driving back, and I think it's maybe like a hour and a half drive, so the last game probably finish at like 8. I'm not sure I'll have had dinner, because probably wouldn't have had dinner before the last game, so I won't get home till like time I pack up, 9:30, 10ish, and then I'll need to have dinner. So it probably just means I won't be here next Saturday night. You'll survive one Saturday without me, Harry, don't worry. Maybe you'll enjoy the peace. Will you bring my beloved Predator? No, it's 2 Vindicator tanks, a Gladiator Lancer, and a Land Raider Redeemer next Saturday. It is by all definitions a bit of a silly list, but it's a team tournament, and team tournaments have slightly different parameters in the, to a certain extent, you can pick who plays who. So potentially they can choose the matchup, you know. So it's like I could end up in a matchup where my opponent just really can't deal with a Land Raider Redeemer. So I could end up with a really favourable matchup. I guess it depends. Can folks go to tournament just to watch? Yeah, dude, I've been to tournaments where people come just to watch. Yeah, 100%. I mean, sometimes they come to, like, people are thinking about getting back into the game, so they've come along to a tournament to watch, and then they end up just chatting to people that are playing as well. I think that's quite normal. I mean, I certainly don't have a problem chatting to someone if they're thinking about coming back to the game, you know, like, yeah, I think what I did was I sprayed this guy black, and then I sprayed him gold. And maybe the weather had, like, sometimes, like, the weather could have come in or something. So I think or maybe I just didn't realize, but, like, some of the hard to get areas were just very, very dark. Like, the gold spray hadn't propagated very well, or it hadn't got into all the recesses. So what I'm doing right now is just touching up some of those recessed areas that are just like, they just didn't get hit properly by the gold spray, I guess. That can happen. I'm a bit of a newbie. Well, dude, there's a good club in Inverness. You should check it out. You should just ask them when they're doing the next tournament if you can come along. I can't imagine they would say no. I really can't imagine they would say no. Live stream it? I mean, I don't know what the internet connection will be like for me to live stream someone else's tournament. The only tournament I've been at which was live streamed was my own one, because we live streamed the top table. But we didn't have the greatest, like, our sound quality. Like, there's a lot of noise in the hall where we were having the tournament, so the sound quality on the top table was quite hard to, well, it just wasn't right? Like, I don't know how else to describe it, but, like, there's just too many other voices in the hall to have good sound quality on that top table. We wanted to improve it for the next tournament. We just assumed we would have to get better microphones, or we'd have to isolate somehow the top table. I watched a big narrative tournament at Warhammer World last year. It was great. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty inclusive in terms of, like... yeah, do you know what? In fact, the last time I was at the Inverness tournament, there was a guy that came up to me and asked me about Blood Angels, because he used to play Blood Angels. So he was just there to watch. Because when I said to him, like, oh, I've got this YouTube channel that does Blood Angels, he had no knowledge of it. He was like, oh, you've got a YouTube channel. And then when I showed him that it had like 20,000 subscribers, he was like, oh, holy shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm the Blood Angels guy on YouTube, essentially. And he was like, oh, cool. And that was Inverness. So they definitely let people come to watch their events. Because there was someone there at the last event that I was talking to for like 10-15 minutes. Because I think at lunchtime, I ended up just chatting to him for a little while at lunchtime as well. Like, I chatted to him in the morning before the game, and then I chatted to him at lunchtime as well for a little bit. But I mean, I think you need to make the effort and go one time and start meeting people, man, because that's, you know, that's where it comes from, right? Like that's where you get friends, and that's like, you go to enough of the events, then you start to know people and stuff, or you start to actually make real friends, I guess. Yeah, everybody is friendly, man, and like sometimes you're at an event and like you see people that are like on their own, and they're obviously, maybe it's their first event, or maybe they're not feeling too confident in social situations. I always go and just try and talk to them. And I always think asking a question about someone's models is like a really easy icebreaker, or like complimenting someone's models is the super easiest icebreaker. You know, like you just say like, "Oh, dude, I love how you've painted." Like, even if you don't, you could just make that up, right? It's like the easiest thing ever. Because like if someone walks up to me, because I often get complimented on my Blood Angels. Like, more often, like, I get complimented on my Blood Angels so often that I actually think, like, are we looking at the same models? Because I feel like I'm a very standard battle ready style painter, but people always, like, someone in the chat tonight was like, "I love your red." I was like, dude, I'm not doing any, I amn't doing anything special, just fucking putting the red paint on the model, right? Did my little recent event thing not update correctly after that super chat? That's annoying. Porky says, "I've got 3 scouts and lieutenant built tonight, but I've got to go to bed." No problem, dude. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good night. I feel like this new overlay, the decision to take this new overlay and try and do it myself, I feel like it will be better in the long run. But right now, it's pissing me off because it works. It obviously works when I'm local, but it does not work when we're live, like, for whatever reason. Annoying. The best thing I ever did was join a 40k club a few years ago. I've made hundreds of friends. And I have the ability to play multiple times a week. Well, there you go. See, that's what you should be doing. You should be endeavouring to join a club. I'm going to do some white, and then I'm going to do some red. But yeah, I feel like I always make friends at tournaments. Like, it just, you know, I feel like it's easy to make friends at tournaments. I've got half the Master of the Maelstrom, a Defiler, and 4 boxes of Tau to last me to 11th edition. Dude, that sounds like a lot of models. What, for 8 weeks? You're gonna start Tau. Here's a question, though. There's a serious question for you, Calgar. Can you get, for your new Tau army, Marneus Calgar in Supremacy armor? Because if not, like, what armor can he even be in? Do it, Calgar in Supremacy armor? I mean, he's been in every other type of armor, it feels like. Call him Calgar. Calgar sounds like an orc. You know, like when you double barrel the name like that, like Gazgul or something. I saw the meme of the new Calgar on the Weird Boy. That was kind of funny. Evening, Chicken Wing. How you doing? See, here's a question for you, Chicken Wing King. When you go to KFC, how many chicken wings do you buy? Because, like, if you were the king of chicken wings, I'm serious. How many chicken wings we talking? God, my glasses. I feel like my glasses are always filthy. I'm sure it's my kids. Ah, there we go. Look at work now. Still, Mr. Matthew Vox is the newest super chatter. Thank you for the super chat, Matthew. 10 or 20? Oh man, you've got, like, if you're the Chicken Wing King, you've got to be getting the 20-piece bucket, right? Every time. 20 wings, or like, don't even bother going, right? I can eat a lot if I'm hungry. Oh, dude, I could eat so much right now. I was saying earlier, I'm on this stupid diet. I don't want to, you know, it's not a diet. I've just decided to change how I'm eating, right? So I don't want it to be a diet. I want it to be like long term. This is how I eat food now. But yeah, I'm gonna have more calories once I get down to my target weight. But at the moment, it's just. I feel like I could eat, like, if you put 20 chicken wings in front of me, I feel like I could eat them in like 2 minutes. Like, it would be gross. You know when you see those competitive eaters, that they just eat and eat and eat at like an insane speed. I feel like that's what I would be like now. You could put me on a diet for like 4 months, that would be me. KFC isn't prevalent in Switzerland? No way, man. I feel like of all the fast food joints, KFC, like the fast food joints we have in Scotland are like Burger King, McDonald's, KFC. We don't really, like, we've got some Taco Bells, but not often. Like, those are our three. Like, you go anywhere, it's always Burger King, McDonald's, or KFC, and I feel like KFC is the best. Maybe purely because it's the healthiest, or at least it feels the healthiest. I feel like I can eat KFC and not feel like I've got weird meat sweats afterwards. Sorry, I missed a question from Ross. Hello, Mr. Commander. I'm kit bashing a jump pack captain. I think he's saying he's going to do a lightning claw as a proxy to power sword. Do you think it'll pass the WYSIWYG test? I think the WYSIWYG test is kind of dead, man. Do people in your area still care about WYSIWYG? Because I feel like in my area they just don't. I mean, if lightning claw is no longer a valid option, right? Like, it's not a valid option, so like there's no way your character can have a lightning claw, then I think it's probably totally fine. I mean, I was running a captain to a tournament that had a sword in one hand and a power fist in the other hand. And obviously captains can't have both a sword and a power fist, but I just modeled him like that because I was like, well, I don't give a shit what pistol he is, but I want to future-proof him to either have the... If they change the rules for the power sword, I want the options. And honestly, I feel like nobody cared. Nobody once said, wow, that captain... Oh, maybe somebody asked. Somebody said, like, oh, how come the captain has a power fist and a sword? And I basically said, because I want options. And I don't magnetize my models as much as maybe I used to, right? Just can't be bothered anymore, I guess. I feel like Games Workshop changed the rules so often that magnetizing is just... Like, it's not something I'm doing anymore. I suppose look at those new Vanguard veterans, right? The Vanguard veterans, the new models, as far as we're aware, the new models are coming with power swords, right? So like your squad of Vanguard veterans will primarily be 5 guys with power swords. Maybe some of them are two-handed power swords, I don't really know, but like Vanguard veterans are most likely not coming with storm shields and lightning claws. If I need to field a unit of Vanguard veterans to a tournament, mine are probably going to have storm shields and lightning claws, because I'm sure as fuck not building out... I'm like, let's say I want to take 30 Vanguard veterans. I'm not taking the 30 that I've already built and ripping all the weapons off them, and I'm not throwing them in the bin either. I'm going to use those models again. Maybe the storm shield might cause an issue for some people. Maybe that's a long reach. But I definitely feel like I'm doing Vanguard veterans at some point in the future, and I'm probably going to use my firstborn models. Because I've been playing to multiple events now, firstborn Sangre Guard. Like, I just rebased all my Sangre Guard onto bigger bases. I think I've got one Primaris Sangre Guard on the right side. I've got one Primaris Sangre Guard made. All my others are just firstborn rebased. And obviously the firstborn all have like random weapon options that don't exist anymore, like axes. Like axes don't even exist. You can't even... Sangre Guard can't even have axes, like... That makes sense? I have one of the Horus Heresy models, but I haven't gone out the box and made it yet. I suppose I really need to, I just haven't got around to it. I always think when I'm on holiday from work, I'm going to have loads of time to do jobs. I end up spending all my time with my kids and having no time to do any of my jobs that I want to do. Have I tested out Desolation Marines? Not since they got nerfed, dude. I tested them out right at the start of 10th edition. I think they're decent. I think you can make them decent in Angelic Inheritors, right? I think that's the play to make them good. I'm kind of off Angelic Inheritors, man. I'm playing Lag at the moment. I'm enjoying playing Lag. I'm probably going to play Lag till the edition ends. Maybe that's not the answer you want, but I played Angelic Inheritors for like a year. It wasn't my favourite detachment. I feel like it's a strong detachment, and just I don't really feel like I enjoyed playing it all that much. Yeah, I feel like it was a bit of a slog for me to try and enjoy playing it. I have no idea how indirect fire is going to work in the new edition with the hidden rule, right? So it really depends on, will you even be able to shoot the indirect fire if you can't see the unit, which is or if you're within 15 inches of the unit, right? So it's a really interesting idea that like indirect fire might be a lot worse in the new edition, to a point where like you might not even want indirect fire. It might just be a waste of points. It'll be interesting to find out where they land on that, because some armies with indirect fire were a bit silly or obnoxious, I would say. You think Desolation Marines don't need anything outside Oath? Well, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. I don't know, man. I never really went hard on trying to make the Desolation Marines work. I thought they were alright. It's my first army, so I wasn't sure how the community do with kit bashing. Maybe if you're at like an official Games Workshop tournament, things will be a bit more strict. I would try and find out what people in your local scene, like how difficult they're going to be about kit bashing. I get the feeling that most people are pretty chill with it at the moment, because Games Workshop obviously change rules so friggin' often. I feel like it's impossible to keep up. I think that's why I've kind of just given up trying to keep up. But like, it would probably be worth finding out where your community, where your event organisers sit in terms of kit bashing, right? Painting up a Blood Angels Ballistus Dreadnought tonight. It says total win. Cool. This isn't that unique scheme for the captain. I mean, I was trying to base him off the old Commander Tycho idea, right? Where he's maybe it is a bit more unique than I give it credit for. But yeah, when they put out that half face, like, because that's the Crimson Lord's helmet, right? That's like half skin, half death mask, or half. I guess it's just half mask. It's not really a death mask, is it? As soon as I saw that and I saw this captain, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rebuild a Captain Tycho. The Vindicator is a very old sculpt, yeah. I don't know what year it came out, but I feel like it was at least 15 years ago. Does anyone know what year the current Vindicator released in? I think it was like maybe about 4th edition. Balrak said today that rhinos may stick around. I mean, that would be good news. I think a lot of people feel like the rhino is iconic. I thought it would be unlikely for them to remove the rhino chassis, but they might update it to essentially be a little bit larger, I felt like. I feel like what they did with the Terminators was good, right? Like, it was like they just made the Terminator rules the exact same. Like, you could just still have your Terminators. They just have bigger bases. Sorry, not bigger bases. They just have bigger models now. But, like, I feel like that is much preferable for people than to, like, kill their collection of models. Because I feel like if people's collections go away, that's what upsets people, right? That's what really upset me as well, right? Like, I lost thousands of points of stuff to Legends last edition. And I can see why, like, some people that I know that were like big into 40k just like completely pieced out last edition, where they're just like, they've just made half my collection Legends, and that has just upset me so much. I'm just piecing out of the game completely, right? Good evening, CTF. How you doing? Oh, it's not CTF, it's CFT, sorry. It's getting late. Brain can't handle it. I'm going to be here too much longer, actually, because I'm going to the gym first thing in the morning, and then I've got to take my kids to swimming lessons, so getting to the gym in time is very important. What gold are we using for the armor? It's just Retributor gold, man. I tend to spray Retributor gold over the top of like a Chaos black, so just spray the model black and then spray it Retributor gold, and then typically after that I usually paint another coat of Retributor gold on there. Because I think the spray, while it is good, I think spraying over black means sometimes you do need to paint a little bit of the gold over, another coat of gold over the top. I mean, I guess you could do 2 coats of spray, but spray paint's expensive, right? Especially the gold spray, it's like 20 bucks a can now. It's kind of ridiculous. I found the spray freckly. I think the spray's fine. You just probably, maybe you got a bad can or something. I've been using Retributor Gold spray for years, man. Yeah, probably like a decade. I was gonna say, as soon as they released that spray, I've been buying it. I feel like I haven't had too many problems with it. I do tend to use color forge sprays if I can get hold of them. I couldn't find the gold though, so the gold I still have Games Workshop. The other colors I have at the moment, like my reds, my blacks, my whites, they're all color forge sprays now. I think the color forge sprays match the Games Workshop ones really, really well, and they're like quite a bit cheaper. But you know, like here's a finished one. So the guy on the right, he's gonna be a more bronze version of gold, because once I finish with them, I wash the entire model, like all the gold armor gets washed with Reichland Flesh Shade. It's like a red wash. So it changes it from that gold to sort of like that brass that's on the right. But I like it, and it's simple, and most of my paint schemes are like what works without too much effort. I was gonna say, is it because I'm lazy? Possibly. I don't know, I guess I like paint schemes that are not too much effort. But then I used to be much crapper at painting, so it could be a combination of being much crapper at painting and needing something that looks somewhat decent quickly or more easily, right? Some people will do a different red. I think you can use Carberg Crimson. Some people even put a purple wash over the gold. I think they use... I think it's like a violet wash. I've never done that myself, but I have seen people that have recommended doing a purple wash over Retributor. Anyone in chat does the purple wash? But no, I like the Carberg Crimson. I think it gives it a nice sort of brass, ornate sort of feel, and it's simple. And simple is like good for me and my paint schemes. If it's simple enough that it looks good enough that, you know, like it's like there's literally no edge highlighting, right? Like, so it's like just get this guy gold and then slap the crimson all over an entire model. Simple, quick. Do you edge highlight? No, none of my gold models edge highlight. The prices are insane. I've been out of the hobby for 12 months. Dude, the price, I don't know if you've been around in the world for the last 12 months, the prices of everything are insane. Look at the prices of gasoline, look at the prices of basic food and shit. Like, my wife sent me a picture from the supermarket, like on Thursday or Friday. I was at work, she was at the supermarket. You sent me a picture of mouthwash. A bottle of mouthwash, Listerine, is like $5.50 now. And my wife was asking me, like, do I care if we buy cheaper mouthwash? I was like, it's fucking mouthwash. Just buy the cheap one. And she texted me back again and was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, don't spend $5.50 or like £5.50 in a bottle of mouthwash. It's like $8 or something US. Like, we don't need $8 fucking mouthwash. Jesus, just buy the cheap one. Like, come on. But that's just the prices of everything, man. But yeah, Warhammer has been hit the same as everything else. It's expensive. Companies are price gouging and calling it cost of living. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm telling you right now, we're not buying mouthwash for $8. Like, we already buy toothpaste. The mouthwash at that point was just, I don't know what you call it, but it's not worth $8. So yeah, I would expect the Warhammer have been putting their prices up like with inflation for a few years now. So whatever price you paid 12 months ago, I would have expected it to be up at least like 10%, because we literally get the news article every year now from the Warhammer community that like prices are going up. I'm going to a big open next week. Any final tips? I mean, the final tips would be like, know as much of your rules off the top of your head as possible so that you aren't wasting your time at the event looking rules up. Make sure you take crap loads of water with you. Dehydration is a real thing. Take painkillers as well for like headaches and stuff, because if you get a headache because you've been in intense games and you're playing 2 more games with a headache, that's not a good idea. Like if you drink caffeine every day, take caffeine with you. Like just, I would say like preparation, and obviously not painting the night before you go is also huge, man. You need good sleep. You can't be going to a Warhammer tournament having painted till 3 in the morning. People do that every single time as well. Like, I feel like if I was painting till 3 in the morning, I would just expect to do a shit job at the tournament. Hello, Split. How you doing? So yeah, I would say, like if I'm going to a tournament, I'm probably taking some like energy bars or protein bars or something with me. I'm probably taking some energy drinks. I'm probably taking coffee. I'm taking loads of water. I'm taking anything for like headache tablets or anything like that. Comfortable shoes is another thing. You're gonna be standing for like 10 hours of the day, so wear fucking trainers rather than boots or something. Like wear something that you can be standing in for 10 hours. I'd also take some layers in terms of what you're wearing, because sometimes at tournaments it can be hot as balls. In that, like, it's a really cold day outside, so you would wear quite thick clothes, and then you go into the tournament and there's like hundreds of people in there, all the body heat. It can be so hot and you'll be sweating. So I would wear some stuff where you can take some layers off inside, dependent. So like there's a lot of other factors you need to, I guess, think of it like you need to be, if you're going to play Warhammer at the highest level, you need to be in good physical condition, right? So prioritize organizing your shit the night before so that you give yourself the best chance to be in the best mental state to do well, I guess. Like I usually, like at the last tournament, a good example is one of my friends came up to me and was like, dude, well, I don't think he actually asked me directly, but he was like, oh, I wish I could have had a coffee before this event, because they'd gone to like Burger King to get breakfast or something, right? Excuse me 1 second. I need to just be... Yeah, they'd gone to Burger King before the event, but it was Sunday morning at like 8 AM in the middle of nowhere in Scotland, and wherever they'd gone for breakfast just wasn't open. I guess it didn't open until like 10 o'clock on a Sunday or 9 o'clock on the Sunday, and the first game was at 9 o'clock, so the place they'd gone for breakfast wasn't open. So he was like, oh, I really wish we'd had a coffee. And I was like, dude, I've got instant coffee in my backpack. And he's like, you do? And I was like, yeah, just coffee sachets. I always like to be prepared at tournaments. I know that, I need coffee at certain times of the day, and if I don't get it, I'll be crabby or I'll be tired and stuff, So he was like, I could have a sachet of instant coffee? I was like, yeah, dude, no problem. I've got you. You know, but like, if I hadn't been there, it would just be like, right, so he's tired. He was up too late because he had to drive to the tournament, and now the whole morning he just hasn't had a coffee because the place didn't open early enough on a Sunday. So yeah, my suggestion is think of everything. Be prepared. If you've got any medication you need to take, like I like to take vitamins and shit like that, make sure you've got spares. 5 hours sleep, yeah. That's how I had my best tournament. 5 hours sleep and energy drinks. Yeah, I mean, if you can manage that, more power to you, dude. God, I'm a crabby motherfucker if I get 5 hours sleep. My kid woke me this morning at 7:20. It's Saturday. It's the one day of the week that I get to sleep in. Woke me up at 7:20, asked, like, basically coming into my bedroom with their tablet to, like, I don't know, play on their, like, you know, like play on their iPad in the room next to me at 7:20 on a Saturday, like the one day a week that I get like peace, or the one day a week where I don't have to be up for work. Because I go to the gym early on a Sunday morning, so Saturday is literally the only morning in the week where I could stay in bed past like 8 AM. I just said to my kid, I was like, get out of here. They're like, what are you, you know, like, you are not coming in to play your tablet in bed with me at 7:20 on Saturday morning. Like, just get out. Like, that's not a thing that is happening. Innes's plan to improve his 40k this year was to improve his cardio and lose some weight. I did not know that. Good for him, man. I fell into that trap for so many years though. Cardio is a fucking trap, man, if you're trying to lose weight. Because all cardio does is make you hungry. Like when I go to the gym now, I do 5 minutes. I'm in the gym for 3 hours every Sunday, and I honestly do 5 minutes of cardio. It's a warm-up. I used to do so much cardio. Maybe like 2 years ago or something, because I bought what do you call it, like an elliptical machine, you know, like I think it's called a cross trainer here in the UK. I think it might be called elliptical. You have to move through between tables. Yeah, you do have to move between tables typically at an event, so having some sort of tray you can put all your models onto is really, really good as well. Yeah, no, I did it. So I bought an elliptical trainer to put into my garage. I have an old TV in there as well, so I could literally just do cardio and watch television. And I was watching old shit like Star Trek on Netflix, because I like Star Trek. I grew up with Star Trek. I feel like Star Trek's like a guilty pleasure of mine. So I was watching like old Star Trek, doing cardio on like a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning. And I built myself up to where I could actually do like 2.5 hours on that elliptical trainer, which is like 15 miles, right? So like I'm able, on a Saturday morning, I'm doing 15 miles on my elliptical, like before my family are even awake. And then on the Sunday I was doing the same, like I'm doing 10 miles on the cardio trainer or the elliptical trainer. And I'm like looking at my weight at the end of a given week, and I'm like, I'm not losing weight. How the fuck am I not losing weight when I'm doing like 25 miles every weekend on this elliptical trainer? Turns out when you do 25 miles of cardio every week, you're a hungry motherfucker. So just eat anything and everything in the fridge. So yeah, I think cardio is a huge trap, man. I'm done with cardio. I don't, anytime I go to the gym now, I do not do cardio. I'll do 5 minutes of cardio to warm my muscles up, but that is it. All my time in the gym now, which is probably somewhere in the region of like 5 to 6 hours a week, I just lift weights. The heaviest fucking weights that I can lift. And I am in the best shape of my life doing that, and I feel like I wasted like 10 years of my life doing cardio. I mean, the cardio will get you fitter, but you will also find that your appetite on cardio is just ridiculous. Like, I feel like it's absolutely ridiculous. Because you're just burning so many calories, your body's like, oh my god, replace them, give me carbs, give me energy, you know? Whereas like weightlifting, you're at least then building muscle, and you're not also depleting your carbs quite the same. Yeah, it makes you hungry because it burns a ton of calories. Yeah, like so hungry, dude. It's good for weight loss. Yeah, I mean, it's good for weight loss, but I also think that you can't out-exercise a bad diet, right? Like, look at like a Krispy Kreme donut and how quickly you could eat Krispy Kreme donut, right? You could literally eat that Krispy Kreme donut in about 30 seconds, maybe less. How long would you have to be on the elliptical to burn that off? Like an hour and a half? You know? So like, yeah, I think there's truth in the saying you cannot out-exercise a bad diet, and it took me years to realize that as well. So I spent years doing too much cardio and thinking that was the right approach, and it's naive, but like that is like when you ask people how they're going to get healthier, they're going to be like, oh well, I'm going to go for a run. Like, dude, that's not going to, you know, you can't outrun a bad diet. Yeah, exactly. Like I have friends that are like mega overweight and they're like, we're going to go running. I'm like, dude, it's a waste of your fucking time. Go to the gym, lift heavy. You'll get so much better results. But no, they're convinced that going for a run is going to be the best thing for them. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I feel like I wasted a ton of time. But yeah, I mean, anyone that's starting to do cardio, anyone that's getting fitter, in general, I think it's a great thing. But I think whatever you want to call it, like the endless grind of cardio is never going to get you the body that you want, or it's never going to get you the I feel like it's never going to get you the results you want. And I wish I'd known sooner not to waste so much time doing cardio. Tom says, I have all my models magnetized, so everything should not be a problem. I usually just do green stuff world backpack. Yeah, I mean, like you know, like a dinner tray that you get a tray and you go up to self-service and you put models on top of. That can be quite handy at a tournament to move stuff from table to table, like without packing them all back into your bag and then unpacking them all. So a tray can be a pretty useful. I like taking a tray to a tournament. Sorry, I'm very much. I feel like I feel like over the last couple of years I've become very hyper focused on fitness stuff. Like I track everything now, down to every gram of every food, and like what a difference that has made compared to endless cardio. I actually have a friend at the moment who I'm trying desperately to track his calories, because I'm like, dude, you need to track your calories. It's a waste of your fucking time to not be tracking. I don't think you can actually do an effective diet without tracking. And it took me ages. It was actually someone that watched the channel, a personal trainer that watches the channel, called Slater from the USA, actually took the time to like meet me for like an hour free of charge. And like he said to me, he's like, John, are you tracking your calories? I was like, no, it seems like a lot of effort. And he's like, just try it for a week, because it's like the most important thing. You know, this is me doing like 2 years of cardio, maybe longer actually, like 3 or 4 years of cardio. And I was like, dude, I don't want to track. And he's like, just track for a week. And I was like, all right, fine, I will track my calories for a week. And within like a day, I was like, oh my god, I know why I'm not losing weight. Stupid shit as well. So yeah, if anyone's trying to lose weight, please, my god, track your calories. What app do you use? It's called MyNet Diary. This is the app I use. Hold on, I'll put it on the screen. It's free. And it shows you a little pie chart exactly like this. With, you know, how many calories you use on each thing. I actually don't record how much water I get. I probably should, but I don't bother. But yeah, no, it lets you barcode scan everything. So like you have a bar of, like you have a protein bar, you just snap it with the barcode. And it also lets you copy days. So like, let's say your breakfast today, like most people have like I have the same breakfast most days, I have the same lunch most days. You can just copy that across in like 2 seconds flat. I did the windy ridge up the Cairngorms today, the weather was crap. I know that exact path, man. I've almost puked up on the windy ridge. Because I was at a mate's birthday party and we're out drinking like really heavily the night before, and I want to say we were like, you know, the windy ridge starts with a lot of back and forth steps, quite steep steps. There's probably half a mile of just steps where you actually ascend like a couple of 100 meters, and like on those steps, like 10 minutes in, I was like, time out. I was like, I am so close to being sick right now after last night. Do I shade my red cloaks? Yes. Any easy tips? I would just put a dark wash as deep into the recesses as you can, right? So like if this cloak is going to be a red cloak, I would paint the whole thing red, and then I would take my wash, whatever wash I have, a dark red or a black, and I would just put it into the recesses. Right, so like leave the raised areas unwashed, and put the wash into all the little recesses, and then if you really want, you could edge highlight some of these areas like here with a little bit of like a lighter red, and maybe edge highlight the edges. But like I would try and keep it somewhat simple, right? But yeah, I know the Windy Ridge well. It's a good little walk. Did you come down the big path? Like the really steep path into the valley, or did you go back down the same way? I quite like the steep path down into the valley, honestly. Because even if the weather's shit, once you get into the valley, I feel like you're a bit sheltered. Oh, there's too much snow in the valley? Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I'm more of a fair weather walker, dude. I'd be waiting until like June to do the Windy Ridge. Maybe May, I suppose. Simple is good, yeah, simple. Keep it simple, stupid is a thing that they say. And it just means like don't overcomplicate shit. Yeah, I really like the Cairngorms. Before I had kids, you know, like we were talking a minute ago about cardio, I used to do so much hill walking. Again, because I thought it was going to help me be super fit and healthy and get the body that I wanted, essentially. So I used to do a ton of hill walking in the Cairngorms. I mean, I enjoy hill walking in general, but I also thought that it was going to help me, you know, lose fat and look good and all that sort of stuff. Gotta go. Tom, good luck at your event, man. Hopefully we gave you some pointers. Sure did. Have a great evening. Yeah, enjoy your event. I think that's probably the main thing, is try and enjoy it, right? If this is one of your first events, then don't get too hung up on wins, losses. Just go and enjoy yourself. So where are you at, Calgar, then, if you know Innis? Like, which part of the country are you in? Or do you just watch Innis's podcast, or do you know him, like, personally? See you next time, Wolf Tom. In Britain, we don't really do non-self-propelled lawnmowers. Most of them you gotta push around, but then I suppose in Britain we probably have smaller yards than you guys in America. But yeah, lawn mowing is a good source of exercise for sure. I'm trying to ingrain to my kids how important exercise is. I'm going to be back tomorrow night for the Armulus show. But I'm going to be jumping off here in the next couple of minutes because, yeah, I've started this new routine where I walk to the gym every Sunday morning, so I'm going to be up pretty early to walk down and get like a good sized workout in before the kids are awake. Captain Size Matters, how you doing? You caught me just as I'm fixing to jump off, dude. Can't wait to start my Warhammer 40,000 journey on Tuesday. What's happening Tuesday, man? You starting with Blood Angels? Any recommendations? Ooh, tough. Blood Angels Combat Patrol, that's my recommendation. It's got quite a lot of useful things in it. It's got this captain I'm painting right now. Yeah, I mean, you could start on Tabletop Simulator, I suppose. I feel like I actually made some decent progress on this guy tonight. I'm sorry, my Twitch bot is apparently messing with your messages, dude. Bots, eh? They're gonna take over the world. Them and AI, you better watch out. But yeah, Blood Angels Combat Patrol is a good one to start with if you're brand new. If you can't get the Combat Patrol, maybe some Blade Guard, a pretty cool starting squad. Something with jump packs as well. Maybe like... I don't think they sell boxes of Death Company at the moment, so maybe Jump Assault Intercessors. If you get two combat patrols for a new player is like quite a lot of stuff. Plus, that would be quite a lot of plastic. Could be quite a daunting amount of plastic for a new player, right? Might not be, but it could be. Alright, I'm going to paint this one tube on this rocket launcher and then I'm going to head off to bed. So, I'll be back tomorrow from about 8 o'clock, I think. I knew I was going to make a mistake with this. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. We'll have to tidy that up later. Thanks for the hobby advice. No problem, dude. The biggest win, honestly, dude, is track your calories. Like, it makes it so easy. I was trying to tell my friend, I was like, I've had a milkshake like 3 times this week. Because I've tracked my calories on everything else, and I know that it's not a problem for me to have a milkshake. I think the tracking is just so damn important. And I was so against the tracking. But honestly, it's the best thing. So please do track your calories. So important. Alright guys. Have a lovely evening. Thank you for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 PM. Yeah, 8 PM, probably 8:15, because probably take a few minutes to get my kids to bed. See you later. Good night. Peace.